Hello everybody, this is Joypearlinlucia from the PG and Research Department of English, St. Joseph College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the role, the importance of group discussion as well as the do's and don'ts of group discussion. Okay, before getting into the actual topic, we all know that as a living creature, communication plays a very important role, which actually acts as a vehicle, almost the only vehicle to exchange all our ideas, our emotions, the informations, and all other things, and which plays a role of a map for the journey of a life. In such a way, considering the communication, this group discussion is one of the most important skill which comes under uh, the concept of communication. Communication being a part of exchanging an idea, this group discussion is being a place where we can see a collection of ideas, a collection of information discussing by more than one people. So, the term group discussion is actually used to refer to an oral communication that takes place amidst the group of people, especially amidst the professionals. Why this group discussion will take place? Mostly the group discussion will take place in order to discuss about certain thing, in order to discuss about certain topics, or in order to discuss about the problem or the issues, with the aim of arriving at the consensus, or with the aim of arriving at the solution. And also this group discussion will also used as a place to exchange the informations, to exchange the ideas, thereby getting a lots of creative and innovative ideas. We can say that how the minds, when united together, can move a mountain has been a great slogan for a group discussion. Because when it's come to group discussion, when the place is surrounded by more than 10 or more than 8 peoples, we can see that the multiple of minds, thereby giving a space to the multiple inventions, multiple creative ideas, multiple perceptions, multiple informations, and the various advantages can be seen through the essence of group discussion. So following this, there are certain traits an individual should possess in order to lead or in order to participate a successful discussion. We can see certain traits an individual should possess. That being a part of a group discussion, he or she should possess a quick grasping power, which actually helps them to understand and to observe and actually listen to others very quickly. Any person who are putting themselves under the concept of group discussion should have a clear and vivid analytical mind in order to analyze others' point of view, which is the first and foremost important thing to lead a successful group discussion. And then another thing to be considered is to have a mature reaction to all the views that was given by others. Being a participant of a group discussion, an individual should possess a mature mind, that they should not take anything personally, and seeing everything as a part of a discussion, they should have the ability to accept and analyze the other point of view without being so dominant or without taking anything personally. And also an individual should possess a positive approach to the issues and the problem. Being an optimist is one of the foremost quality of an individual, not only in a group discussion but almost in our day-to-day life. Being optimist is very important. Facing anything and approaching anything in a positive way, it is a very important and also can be considered as a very first step towards a successful destination. So in such a way, the group discussion and the participant of the group discussion is also expected to be a positive person, and a good participant should hold a good leadership quality. You placing yourself amidst the group should possess a leadership quality, who will have the ability to lead the group and to guide the group in a positive as well as in a correct direction, without distracting or without disturbing the concept and the ideas of the discussion as well as the objective of the discussion. And also an individual should have the analytical ability. Analytical ability is a very important thing. Why? Because a group discussion is a place where we can able to get a ample of ideas, a collection of ideas, and also it may sometimes lead to a controversial talk. In such a way, a good participant and a good group discussor should have the ability to analyze the right thing, analyze what is right and what is wrong, analyze the should have the ability to analyze the point that should be considered in the group discussion. So it is very important that he or she should should possess analytical ability and an analytical skill in order to lead as well as to participate in a most effective discussion atmosphere. And also, as it is a very important thing, an individual should possess a good behavior and manners to actually present themselves amidst the group behavior. And also it is very important that he or should possess a good communication skill. The communication skill in the sense that he or she should know the language of politeness and humbleness. We placing ourselves amidst the group of people should know how we should approach others with an utmost humbleness and a positive talk, and also with the words of clarity and with the words of effectiveness. It is also very important to consider the vocabularies that we are using during a group discussion. Okay, let us now see the do's in the group discussion. Okay, so a person who are going to participate in a group discussion should at the first step should do the activity of defining their topic. Before getting into the actual discussion, we all should be very much aware of the topic that we are going to discuss. So it is very important to define the topic as a very first step in at a very utmost clarity. And also, so continuing the talk as well as the proceeding with the discussion, it is very important to analyze and to observe that our communication and our discussion is is proceeding towards the scope and the implications of the topic. And it is very important that the participants discussions and the participants points are at most the level of their scope, and whether it possesses the relevance of the topic. And it also very important to be very clear at one's own point of view, because we are being surrounded by so many people. Then an individual, as an individual, we all should be very much conscious of the topic and as well as the point that we are shooting out amidst the group of people. And we should be very much aware that whether our topic and whether our communication as well as our points are so much relevant to the contemporary society. And being in a group, each and every individual should have the a quality of encouragement and motivation towards themselves as well as towards the others who are all participating in the group, in order to have a good unity and in cooperation and to lead a successful group discussion. And also, one can be interveningly forcefully give their opinions, but it should be in a polite way. And also it is very important to be brief and to the point at the discussion. One should not be so noisy as well as so lengthy while giving their point of view. It is very much needed to be very brief and to the point. And another one of the most important quality an individual should possess being in a group discussion is the ability to listen to others. So the quality and the skill of listening is not only needed amidst the group discussion, but up to me, it is also most important skill and a quality one should possess in order to lead a correct and in order to lead a peaceful life. So being a listener is the one who will be the achiever up to me. So listening is one of the most important thing amidst the group discussion, because only if we listen we could able to give a correct opinion, or else we could able to answer them correctly accordingly to the views and the opinions of others. Only if we listen properly we can be able to come up with the relevant and the suitable answers according to the situation. And then look at and address everyone. It is also very important that an individual should have eye contact to all the group members instead of focusing or staring at a particular person. So it is also very important to look at and address everyone in order to get the attention of everybody, and in order to keep everybody engaged and to make their eyes only on you. And it is also very important to be aware of our pronunciation as well as the vocabularies and the sentences that we are using. So we should have a proper pronunciation. And also a good group leader or a good participant will help the entire group to come to a good conclusion, to come to a effective and an objective oriented conclusion. And also it is very important to maintain a relaxed and a pleasant atmosphere amidst the participants as well as the group discussion, because being relaxed and being calm is one of the most important thing a person should experience in order to open up their own ideas, in order to open up their deep down thoughts. Because once a person got tensed or they got anxious, it will actually that tension or the fear actually suppress all their thoughts, all their ideas, which will actually suffocate a person without telling any ideas. So it is very important that one should maintain a relaxed and a pleasant atmosphere wherever they go. And also at the end of the group discussion, it is very important to summarize the main point of views. It is very important to summarize or brief all the points and all the topics and all the discussions that have undergone before concluding or before giving up a solution to the group discussion. Because only if we brief down we could able to analyze and we could able to recollect all the points that is being discussed by the entire group members, and so to come up with a good conclusion. As do's, there are also certain don'ts that is to be noted while doing a group discussion. So usually when we are well aware of the things that we should not do, we will automatically do the things that we should do in such a way that there are certain don'ts that we should be well aware in order to lead a pleasant and a calm group discussion. So being a participant, one should not be assertive in their own point of view. One should always be humble and polite while giving their points, and never to be assertive in their points. And no one should be the dominator of the discussion. One should give a space to others. It's like they should talk as well as they should let others talk, and one should never be a dominating creature or the dominating power in the group discussion. And also group discussion is a place where we are just exchanging the ideas or the informations in order to give a certain conclusion, or in order to give a certain solution to a thing. So in that way, one should never try to give their personal remarks or their personal opinions behind their ideas or behind the essence or the need of the group discussion according to their topics. And one should not directly jump to the conclusion. It should just go with the flow. There should be an introduction and the body of the communication and the body of the discussion, and then only we should go to a conclusion. Jumping directly from the very beginning to the conclusion will never make a good discussion. So it is very important to be aware of jumping to the conclusions, and one should not speak continuously for the long time. It means that a good listener as well as a good participant will allow the others to talk in such a way that an individual should talk as well as they should have the ability to give other space to come up with their own opinions and to come up with their own part as being the participant of the discussion. And also one should neither raise their voice nor too high and not and also they should not speak too softly too. So it is very important to maintain the tone of a voice, the pitch, the tone, and the voice of an individual also plays an important role in the communication as well as the group discussion of an individual, because voice and its tone has so much to tell about the confidence and the attitude of that person. So it is very important that a person should neither raise their voice nor lower their voice and should have the ability to go in a smooth sailing flow. And also it is very important that one should not use any aggressive gestures as well as the aggressive and an unparliamentary words in the group discussion, and one should not ignore any ideas of the any other members as well as the members in the group discussion, for it is very important to have a coordination and the unity as being a group in order to work for the effective conclusion of the discussion and uh, to have a effective result of the group discussion. So it is very important that involving everybody in order to get the opinion of others and in order to lead a good group communication. So one should not ignore the others in the group discussion. Okay, at the as the last part of this video, let us see how a person will be evaluated as a good communicator, as a good participant amidst the group discussion. So you being a participant of the group discussion will be evaluated in the category of the significance of the information that is being presented by you, and the relevance of the views that is really expressed by you, and also the frequency of the interaction that was made by you, and also the reaction that an individual gives to another to the views and the opinions of others. And also there are certain things to be involved is the pronunciation of the participant, the delivery, the way a person deliver his or her thoughts or their opinions or their ideas or their creative and an innovative ideas and so on, and the voice modulation that a person is using, and also lastly but more importantly the body language which a person accompanies along with his words. So all these things are very important thing to evaluate or to be considered oneself as a good participant or a person who possesses a good communication skill amidst the group discussion. So I hope that group discussion plays a very important role and it helps a person to prove themselves who they are amidst the group of people, because it is very easy to prove oneself in a two-way communication or in the place of having a communication with only one member. But when it's come to a group discussion, it is very important that an individual is going to prove their ability and their capability, their passion and their mannerisms, their behavior, everything amidst the lots of people. So it is very important that as an individual everybody should possess the certain qualities and the certain awareness to participate themselves in a group discussion. So I hope this video will be helpful for you people. Thank you.